Good evening to all you wonderful people on social media. This is your realtor and investor, Lester Witherspoon, coming to you once again on the Lester Real Estate Investment Program. Always glad to have you on our program. We thank you for always taking time of your busy schedule to at least participate, or mean to listening to our program, and participate by giving your feedback at the end of the program. We appreciate it. We very highly, we know that everybody have a busy schedule. We know everybody got different schedules. But those who can take the time off to watch the live screen or watch the replay, we really highly appreciate it. So welcome once again. And if you know anyone who's thinking about buying or selling, we encourage you to share this program with them. If you know they want to buy, just put in the link below. I can reach out to them. I'll be glad to work with them. Or if you are interested or you have any real estate questions, put it in the box below. And I will definitely respond to it at my earliest convenience. And reach out to whoever you may know that thinking about buying or selling or have any real estate question as well. So welcome. And today we will continue our last phase of the foreclosure and housing topic. So but today we're talking about the 10 benefits of short sale. 10 benefits of short sale as compared to foreclosure. 10 benefits of short sale. So the past 2-3 weeks now we're talking about short sale and foreclosure, and we told you exactly first what short sale was, we told you what foreclosure was, we gave you the advantages and disadvantages, and now today we are focusing on benefits of short sale over foreclosure. Now there are many benefits, but we're just going to focus on a few today, just to give you an idea of short sale and foreclosure. How short sale is far better than working through than foreclosure. That's the main idea. So the first thing we want to touch on when it comes to the benefit of short sale is that it can protect your credit. It can protect your credit because, as we informed you earlier in previous clips, both foreclosure and short sale occur when a homeowner is going through financial crisis. So either or will occur when you get into financial crisis and can meet up with your monthly mortgage payment. Then you're going down, either straight down to foreclosure or stop short way into short sale. You see? So, but when you reach that point, when you get to the place where you cannot afford to make your payment, it is always good, I would say, it's always good to call and negotiate with the bank or the lender that you use to purchase that property. Don't wait till the bank come after you and put the house in the foreclosure. We'll be talking about that as we go along. We'll be talking more about that. But so it protects your credit because when you go into foreclosure, your credit get damaged big time. It get damaged, far beyond. Because when you go into foreclosure, you will not be able to purchase a property until after 5 to 7 years. And your credit get damaged big time. Unlike short sale, when you get into a short sale, your credit get affected too, definitely, but not as bad as if you go into foreclosure. Maybe you use some points, yes, but with foreclosure, you lose a lot. You drop drastically. Yeah. And you'll not be able to get, we'll talk about that, we'll not be able to get into the housing market again for a long time. So getting into short sale is far better. And your credit will not get damaged badly, and you'll still be able to purchase a property in the next couple of months, unlike it going to foreclosure. So yes, your credit will be damaged, but not to the extent that will prevent you from buying a property in the next maybe the next month or two, and you get bounced back and be able the next couple of months, and you still get back and go. But when you get in foreclosure, it took about 5-7 years, man, before you can start thinking about being qualified to buy a house again. It's not easy. So it saves your credit from getting out of whack completely. It saves you a lot. So the short sale is the route to go because it saves your credit from getting damaged completely. So it's always good to do a short sale. Yeah. And the second thing is that I told you both affect homeowners are affected when they can't afford to make their payment. And then they either go straight into foreclosure or they end up negotiating for short sale. So short sale, which is the second point, it prevents you from going into foreclosure. It prevents you from getting your credit damaged completely. It prevents you from losing completely. That what short sale does. So, if you don't want to go into foreclosure, you don't want to get hit hard and be under the market for the next 5-7 years, negotiate with your lender or the bank where you got that money from to buy that property to do a short sale. Always good. It puts you in a better position. It's also good for the bank too. And bank are open and willing to discuss. Because there's another point we'll talk about later. But it is good for you because good for you because you put you in a better position. You don't have to go through that whole foreclosure process and all that stuff. You can just do the short sale and try to prevent all that headache of foreclosure. So it saves your credit and it stops you from going into foreclosure. It stops you. Short sale stops you from going into foreclosure. Definitely. The third thing is that it can save you some money. Because going through foreclosure, you got to hire a lawyer, which will pay cost you between $7,000 to $10,000 or $5,000 to $10,000. To hire a lawyer to go through that whole process, you got to spend about all the costs, or court costs, and up and down. It's a lot. But when you're doing a short sale, you don't got to get no lawyer involved. All you need to do is to hire a realtor. Hire a realtor to put that property in the market. That's all you need to do. And then negotiate with the bank. We know what the bank would like to put it in the market for our price. You have a fee best that you can get it sold for. And then you negotiate with the bank to make sure that they will accept our price that you get. Or again, not because you put us in the market for $250,000. That means the bank will accept it. The bank have to make the final decision. And only that disadvantage. So short sale is just as is similar to the regular buying process. It's similar. The only difference is that in a regular buying process, the owner makes the final decision. They decide which offer to accept. In the short sale, it is the bank or the lender that make that final decision, not the owner. You see? So you don't have to go through any expenses or paying a lawyer or going through any cost. No. It's just this regular home buying process. So it saves you a lot. It saves you a lot of money. So always good to do a foreclosure. That is the third benefit of foreclosure or short sale over foreclosure. Yeah. Now it don't only help it does not only help the homeowner, it also helps the lender. Whether the bank or the mortgage lender, it helps them too. Because when you go through a foreclosure, the bank lose a lot of money. The bank they lose a lot of money. But when you negotiate for short sale and they agree both parties, and normally they're all open to short sale, but you have to prove that you qualified to be able to get a short sale. Because normally, and what I normally do, I always tell my clients, especially if you're married, don't put your two salaries together to make that monthly payment. Because if there's something happen to one of your payment, your jobs, you won't be able to afford the property. Definitely you'll lost the property. So when you buy a house where a property where one person so they can be able to pay the mortgage. So let's suppose one person lost a job, the other person can still be maintaining it, even though it'll be difficult with maybe the other taking care of the children or buying food, but at least you'll be able to keep your home, you have a shelter for you and your children, your family. But some people put their two income together to get a property. They want a big property. They want work within your means, work within your budget, what way you can afford That's my own piece of advice to you. Work within your means where you can afford. Use one person's salary to at least take care of the mortgage. You know? So when something happens to one, you can still survive, can still move on. So the lender will benefit because when they go through the short sale, when you go to a short sale, the lender gets some money back. Because normally when you're selling for short sale, you're selling below the amount that you owe the bank. If you owe the bank $250,000, normally you sell a property for $200,000. So that means you still have a $50,000 gap. But it's better than losing the whole $250,000. So the bank still, the lender still benefit. Because they not get losing the whole $250,000. They're only losing $50,000 that you owe them. And I tell you what, some lender can still come after you. So when you're negotiating, you're good to negotiate then that when the thing goes through, you be free. That shouldn't come after you. So you make sure you negotiate all that when you negotiate the short sale. So they can come after you for that. You know, to make sure to be on the safe side. But the lenders also benefit from the short sale process. So 9 out of 10 times they'll be glad to do the short sale. You know, then they go into foreclosure. So always good to negotiate. Call them ahead of time. Don't let them come after you. You be proactive and let them know what's going on, so that they can you can start discussing it, and at least you can agree to move on with a short sale. That'd be better for them, you know. Yeah. So it benefits the homeowner, it benefits the lender, and it also benefits, the fifth point, it benefits the housing market. It also benefits the housing market. You see, because as a home buyer, when you do a short sale, as I just said, your credit score is affected. You are affected, but not to the extent as to what you'll be affected as if we get into foreclosure. Your credit score will drop, maybe about 100 points, 150 points, 200 points, but you can call it within the next 3 months and be able to buy a property still in the next couple of months. You can still do that. You can still do that and buy a property in the next couple of months. But if you allow it to go into foreclosure, you will not be able to buy a property for a long time. You will not be able to buy a property for 5 to 7 years. You'll not be able to buy a property. So it affects the housing market because the one consumer is out of the market. The market depends on you and I to buy or to sell to keep the market going. So if you get to the place where you are handicapped, you can't move forward, that one less person that can be able to buy. You see? So the market want many persons to be out there qualified and able to buy. So that would encourage you to make sure you do go through a short sale process instead of going through the foreclosure process. So the market is also affected because we're losing one buyer from the housing market. So it's good to do a short sale over a foreclosure. It's very, very good. Now, so it benefits the owner, it benefits the lender, the market benefit, even we as agent benefit. The agent also benefit. You see? Because it creates another opportunity, another avenue of income for us. You see? Even though we have to do specialized training in short sale, we have to do the short sale transaction, we got to go to a training. But, and again, as agents, not many people into short sales. So if you want to specialize as an agent into short sale, it's a good thing to do because the market is not quite on our end. Even though, yes, there are a couple of people doing it, but it's still good. You have another source of leaning on to get your business going and get some extra money. So even the agents benefit too from short sale over foreclosure. Yeah, because you have to hire a realtor to do a short sale. And your realtor need to be, knowledgeable about short sale to do a short sale. So as realtor, we need to do that training, the short sale training, to be able to do the short sale transaction. You see? But it's another opportunity for us to do business. So even we as realtors benefit. So do short sale, not foreclosure. Yeah? So it's good. So it benefit. So you see everybody benefit from short sale. You see that? So the owner benefit, The lender benefit, the housing market benefit, even the realtors benefit. We benefit also too. Yeah. See, it doesn't stop there. The owner benefit, it doesn't stop there. It also benefit investors. Those who invest in the real estate market, it benefit them too. Why? Because they're buying property below market value. Because you're selling the property below how much you owe the lender. So it's a good deal for investors. They make good breaks for the kind of property. They love it. Even though most times it takes longer to close, but it's a good deal for them because they're buying it below the value. You see? So even investors, even good for investors. See how many person benefit from short sale? It is a good route to go. It's a good route because a lot of us benefit from this process. A lot of people benefit. So I encourage you, whenever you have any problem regarding your payment or your mortgage, try to negotiate with the bank. Don't let them come after you. You be proactive. You call them. You negotiate with them. You start. You set the pace, and you get the ball rolling, and meet with them and talk with them. And 9 out of 10 times they will definitely work with you. I am telling you, they work with you because they benefit also. They will work with you. I'm telling you, they work with you definitely. Now, the next benefit is that as a homeowner, you are in control. Unlike foreclosure, you are not in control. The bank take over and they do their thing and put you out. But as a homeowner and you do a short sale, you still, because you hiring a realtor. You working with a realtor to make sure everything go well. So you have a sales. The only difference is that you're not making that final decision, but you be involved in the wholesale process. I mean, in the short sale process, you are involved in the process all the way. The only thing, once you get an offer now, you have to send it to the bank to make that decision. But you are involved. You are involved in the process, getting the lender, negotiate. I think they're here. So as the homeowner doing short sale is a good thing for you, because at least you're still in control. You still can dictate certain things to happen and follow things to make sure all goes well. You can still do that. So as homeowner, be on top of your game. Be proactive when going down the hole. Be proactive about it. Try to start making all necessary contact to make sure that you're still in control and at least you get things under control. So you can still do it. The ninth benefit is that it can help the seller to avoid scams. Now, why do I mean by that? Because you see, when you go into a foreclosure and all that, people come with all kinds of offers, all kinds of things they come to you with. If you're not smart, you end up getting tricked. So, as I said, just in the previous, the 8th point, in the short sale, you are in control. You hire your realtor, and you are in control. So don't let it get out of hand. Don't start getting the foreclosure, getting all kinds of ridiculous offer coming, and some of those things are scam. Some of those things are scam. Don't reach to that level. You can get scammed in the process and get duped more. You see? Because it's suppose when they see go problem, then they can add more problem to your problem. That's how people are. You see? So when you get frustrated because by that time, most time you're not thinking properly, then they come and try to trick you. Scammers, they do that. They will do that to you if you're not smart enough. So be proactive. I encourage you, homeowners, be proactive and be on top of your game. Be proactive, be on top of your game. I encourage you. And make sure that you got things under control. Be proactive and be on top of your game. That is my own piece of advice to you. And last but not the least, once you do a short sale, once you negotiate with the bank, and you do a short sale, and again I urge you, when you're negotiating with a short sale, make sure there's no clause in there to say they're coming after you for the outstanding amount that will remain after the house is bought. So make sure you negotiate all that once that house is sold, you are free of all obligations regarding that transaction. So once that house is sold, you have a peace of mind. Once that house is sold, you have a peace of mind. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about that property again. It's gone. It's a done deal. You finish with it. You can just work on putting your credit back together the next couple of months, and you can look for getting a better house, another house. You can do it. So these are your pointers I want to share with you today. That always be on top of the game when you're going south in your payment regarding your mortgage. Be on top of your game. Be proactive. Engage your lender. Don't let your lender come after you. Because when you start missing payments, they will send you that notice. Make sure you negotiate with them. Because even when they send you a notice, you have at least 30 days or 3 months to negotiate. But then you're in the pre-foreclosure process when you get that notice. So be proactive. Engage them, negotiate with them, make sure you talk with them, and make sure you come up with one understanding. Don't let it reach to foreclosure. And once you do that, you'll be in a very good position. At least you'll be far better than allowing it to go into foreclosure. So there's a saying that says, those who have ears to hear, let them hear. A hint to the wise is question fishing. So I hope you're listening. I hope you you learn something. This is my last topic on foreclosure and short sale. Next week, I'm talking something different completely. So I've at least gone over it enough for you to understand that it's better to get into short sale than allowing your property to go into foreclosure. Don't always try to preempt foreclosure by negotiating and getting into a short sale. Until then, feel free to call or text me anytime. My cell phone number is 302-310-0621. Again, my cell phone number is 302-310-0621. And my office direct number is 667-290-5051. Again, my office direct number, 667-290-5051. This is your humble servant, Lester Weatherspoon, your realtor and investor, saying bye for now. And thanks for taking time for listening at this program. We're glad to have you, always glad to have you. If you know anyone who can benefit from the program, please share with them. If you know anyone who needs help, feel free to call or text me. I'll be glad to work with that person and make sure we help them to make sure they get back on course or help them to negotiate the way forward. So take care, have a wonderful evening, and enjoy the rest of your week. And I'll definitely be back again next week with another episode. Take care. All for now.